So the one here on the left-hand side, okay, here, that's kind of your before club face. Okay, you can see that club face now kind of turning this and aiming quite a bit left there, with the club face aiming sort of, I guess, 30 degrees off to the left there, okay? So when the club started in that position, you had to make some kind of adjustment through the golf ball. If you didn't, you had some lovely shots, but they were just way to the left. Now on a golf course, lovely shots up in the air, 60, 70 yards, but 30 degrees left is going to find rubbish, rough, trees, bunkers, water, all the above. We're going to try and keep that ball kind of on the island or going straight down the middle if we can do, okay? So as a routine, if we look at that club face there and that there, hopefully you see the difference, and you can actually see the club face on this on the right-hand side. There's a bit more face to target rather than turned into the left there. So get into the routine of putting that golf club down here behind the ball straight. Now when I said move that club towards your left leg, just have the club just lean a little bit more this way, just a little bit, okay? Not sort of moving it way forward, just having it just more kind of in the middle part of your body there, just a slight lean, okay? Once that club face now is in a square position, okay, then we can kind of grip the club with both hands. The club face isn't twisting, and then we set our body to that. Now you can see when you stand to this golf ball here, okay, your hands are just kind of more over your right quad than rather than over towards your left side of your body. So rather than having your hands back here, just a little bit more towards that left side, just a smidgen, okay? Just help get that club a bit more of a better strike on the ball. If you're back here somewhere, it's always going to be a bit underneath and a bit flicky. All right, so just getting yourself in a slightly better start position. Now we did mention posture. You're not going to see posture from sort of this direction, obviously, but getting your back just slightly more over the ball rather than hunching or keeping your head down too much. But from there, to be fair to you, when you're on that golf club, when that club was square, there's a good full backswing there, okay? So the club goes to the top of your backswing, okay? On both cases here, lovely. And then when you swing through, good strike of the ball, and a nice twist through there onto your left side. So a very good overall movement. The only problem you had on the pass on this left-hand side with the club face being square, so you're trying to stretch your arms down as you went back, when the club face was a bit to the close, that was a bit sort of wooden there, you can see. Head stayed down quite a lot and not really that much of a flow to that swing. When the word is, it needs to flow more. If we try to lock our arms or keep our head down and get very kind of tight and stiff, you're never going to swing it successfully. And by the time you get to about hole 4 or 5, you're going to be just so tired, muscly, because you're going to be so locked out. You're going to be worn out. Okay, so try to feel a little bit more sort of looseness in that swing. For me, though, the swing itself, I've got to say, is very, very good. There's a good movement there, certainly a playable movement, and we could get on the golf course now pretty much straight away and go and play. And you wouldn't be that golfing idiot as you said you were going to start with going on with Melly. You could play nicely and hit the golf ball fairly decent distance, okay? The thing is now is learning to play on the golf course, which clubs to use, when to take them, when not to take them, but just understanding to start with now. And this are the two things we're going to focus on now, and they are just static changes. The club face, which is much better there where you have it at address, square to where you want the ball to go. If your club face starts in this position, Jill, that ball's just going to go left on you. So getting that club face in a square position is going to be a massive help, okay? As I said, just a little bit more lean, just a bit this way, okay? Not a massive amount, but a degree or two. So as the club now sets to the golf ball, it's going to be nearer your left foot, which is just going to help that club strike the mat a little bit easier, okay? Does that kind of make sense then, yes? So better posture by just sort of just sticking the hips back a little bit more, get nice straight back, and get that club face square. If the club face starts off in an incorrect position, or you're always sort of moving and fidgeting about, if it starts off here, when the club comes back, it's going to send the golf ball left, unless you do something to adjust that. So, okay?
One more?
Yes.